Ah, the hell year. As I walk out of my epic minimum wage Domino's job, I think back on what a manager previously had told me inside the store. Have you ever watched this show called Aqua Teen Hunger Force? I've never really watched the show up until that point. Thankfully for me though, this is the same day that HBO Max comes out. Before I can even think about driving home, I get on my phone and I make an HBO Max account, and as soon as I get home, I turn on Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I binged the show in the entirety of a week. There's something so methodically special about how weird Aqua Teen is. It is quite literally, in my opinion, the most Adult Swim show we could possibly ever get. But before we can get into any of that, I think it's only appropriate that we do a really quick rundown of the show's history so anyone unfamiliar with the show can get a good understanding of what we're dealing with here. Aqua Teen Hunger Force is a show about 3 animate food objects: Master Shake, Meatwad, and Frylock. Can you guess what they all 3 are? I bet you can. Late one night, Adult Swim quietly aired a pilot for the show on December 30th, 2000, before the show would fully premiere on September 16th, 2001. The show ran from 2001 to 2015, which entitles 11 seasons, a theatrical movie, and as of last November, a direct-to-DVD home movie, which was pretty good. The show was pitched to Adult Swim as a detective show where the 3 would go on adventures and figure out mysteries. Unfortunately, this premise was only to deceive Adult Swim so they could just make the show and do whatever they wanted after the first few episodes of them detectiving. As I was saying earlier, what makes an Adult Swim show an Adult Swim show? What separates these awesome, wonderful Warner properties from the other shitty, terrible TBS and Fox garbage we get everywhere else? I think the main thing that makes an Adult Swim show an Adult Swim show is their animation direction and coordination with the writing. If we look at a modern example like Smiling Friends, we can see the writing is very fast-paced, there's a lot of jokes per minute, and that's where the animation helps to come in and amplify those jokes to 1000%. And I feel like the same thing can be said with Aqua Teen Hunger Force to a degree. While something like Smiling Friends has over-the-top animation to help coincide with all these over-the-top jokes, Aqua Teen's jokes are more dry and less all over the place, so the animation doesn't have a lot going on to it, which I think personally adds to this show's charm. The animation for this show is very not impressive. There's basically no impressive shots. You're not going to be blown away by any of the animation in this show at all. Just get that out of your head right now. But that simplicity and the stylization of it all just give off such an old Adult Swim feel. It's very much akin to their other first few shows, like Sealab 2021, and as we of course mentioned earlier, Space Ghost. Also similar to Space Ghost, this reuses a couple old Hanna-Barbera backgrounds for a couple establishing shots in the first few seasons, which I think is a nice little touch. The show is also brimming with that early 2000s urban aesthetic, as the show is set in South Jersey. They've also got a really sick early 2000s hip-hop song for their intro, which is incredibly well done by Schooly D, who also acts as the narrator in some early episodes. This is not the only theme song that they would use in the show, however. There are at least 4 more when they changed the show's name 4 different times. There's the police show opening with Aqua Unit Patrol Squad 1, the very, very cool and trippy Aqua Something You Know Whatever intro, the noir detective spy Aqua TV show intro. They would change the show's name one last time to Aqua Teen Hunger Force Forever for the 11th season with an insanely Aqua Teen intro. I don't know how else to describe it. I haven't really gotten to talk a lot about the comedy in the show itself, and that's honestly just because I don't feel like I can talk about the comedy without just saying go watch the show yourself, which is honestly what I would recommend you do after you finish this video. Hell, to make it even easier for you, I'm going to put a playlist of full episodes uploaded by Adult Swim UK in the description, so you can go watch some episodes and see the show for yourself. But I would highly recommend going to HBO Max or wherever you watch your shows and watching all the seasons and the movies as well. This show also feels extremely bingeable, which is another reason I would say you should just go watch the show. There's 11 seasons worth of 11-minute episodes and 2 movies. I don't know what else you could really want from a TV show. And it even got more mini shorts last year just because. I'd also really quickly like to go on a little tangent about the PS2 game released in 2007. In this game, you golf, but it's not just golf. You run on the course, and hear me out, you play it where it lands after you run to the hole, and you can also hit people. This sounds just like the new Mario Golf. They did Mario Golf before Mario Golf did it. But yeah, that's Aqua Teen Hunger Force. In my opinion, it holds up really well. You should go watch it right now. It's on, again, HBO Max. I know they do some shady stuff sometimes, but you know. Shit, I forgot to talk about cost.